Have you ever been interrupted mid-sentence? Like your words didn't matter? It's subtle, but it hits deep. You freeze. You doubt yourself. And hours later, you're still replaying it in your head. Here's how to shut it down in 7 words. 1 move, 1 shift. It changes everything. And it starts with stillness. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll learn how to earn real respect without raising your voice or saying more than you need to. Section 1. Why respect matters. Respect isn't about feelings. It shapes your peace, your safety, and your success. In relationships, it builds trust. At work, it builds loyalty. In life, it builds power.
Who your partner is, we talked about that before, bar none, that is really such a crux of how well you're gonna do in life. They're either gonna raise you up or they're gonna sink you down.
There was a moment when I decided to make a change. Someone cut me off while I was speaking, in front of everyone. I froze. I said nothing. And that silence, it stuck with me. Not because I didn't have a response, but because I gave away my power. Until I found 7 words that changed everything. Let me finish my thought. Then it's your turn. Not aggressive, just certain. And from that day forward, I never let silence steal my place again. That tightness in your chest when someone talks over you, that's not insecurity. That's your self-worth being stepped on. You can't beg for respect. You earn it through presence, clarity, and control. Section 2. Respect starts with you. Respect doesn't start with them. It starts with how you treat yourself. Over-explain too much? Apologize when you're not wrong? Try to be liked by everyone? You're teaching the world to overlook you. Decide one thing you're done tolerating. Starting now. That's the start of self-respect. Quiet, clear, unshakable. But self-respect alone isn't enough. Some people will still test you. Why? Because you're accidentally doing the one thing that tells them, you can push me around. Section 3. The 3 S's of respect. Now, let's keep it simple. The 3 S's of respect. Slow. Speak slowly to control the room. Steady. Hold eye contact to show confidence. Silent. Say less to make them listen more. Slow words equal people listen harder. Steady eyes equal people back off. Fewer words equal more power. What this shows is simple. I'm not here to impress. I belong. Repeat it with me. Slow, steady, silent. That's your new baseline. Section 4. When they still cross the line. Even with the 3 S's, some people will test you. They're used to people cracking under pressure. But not you. Reacting is weakness in disguise.
A lot of times too, we build up people in our heads and we think like they're these high apex individuals. They're not. They prey on people weaker than themselves. And why? It makes them feel stronger and better, more powerful. Why do you need to do that? Because you feel weak. That's why you do that. That's why you bully. That's why you push. Because you feel a void and you look to fill that void by taking from other people. And that's what makes you feel strong.
Stillness is real power. If someone crosses you, don't yell, don't defend, don't explain. Say this, once, calmly, and clearly. When you interrupt me, it feels disrespectful. Please let me finish. If this continues, I'll end the conversation. Then stop talking. But if someone throws a fake polite jab, just ask, what did you mean by that? That question flips the pressure back on them, without a fight. Imagine your boss cut you off. You don't argue. You say, I'd appreciate it if you let me finish. That's it. Simple, strong, and done. Section 5. The long game of respect. Respect isn't built in a single moment. It's built by what you allow, what you end, and what you walk away from. Stay steady when others fold. Follow through, quietly. Choose friends who protect your peace. Keep promises, especially to yourself. Here's the truth that stings. Disrespect repeats because you've allowed it. Want proof? Count how many times you've said sorry this week when you weren't wrong. It's not always them. Sometimes it's your pattern. Want to break that pattern for good? There's one question that does it, and most people never ask it. Section 6. The psychology of respect. Respect is about how people see you, and how they see you is shaped by how you carry yourself. Stand tall, not puffed up, just grounded. Speak clearly, not endlessly. Say what matters, and nothing more. People respect what's rare. And what's rare? Someone who doesn't chase approval, doesn't need to prove anything, owns their space without asking for it. And that's your new bar.
How do I stop myself becoming prey to a predator?
You stop acting like prey. If it's personal relationships, you have to set the intention of the relationship from the beginning how you want it to go. So let's do work. Work is an easy one. I'm not there to be your friend. I can be friendly, but I'm not going to be your friend. I'm not there to be super nice to you or super sweet or super kind. I can be warm. I can be respectful. I can be compassionate. I can be those things, but I got to bring the right version of me to a work environment, because then I set the tone of like, well, is Evy my friend or is Evy my boss? Like, what am I dealing with here? Like, always keep that level of professionalism. I make a point to do it because then it just becomes really awkward if people are your friends. Can you balance a relationship like that? You just got to be really, 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 really good.
Section 7. What to do when you're triggered. Let's talk about the moment no one sees coming. When something small hits too hard. When you freeze, shut down, or lash out, and later wonder, why did I react like that? That's not weakness. That's your brain doing its job at the wrong time. See, when you're triggered, the emotional part of your brain, the limbic system, takes over. And the prefrontal cortex, the part that thinks clearly, goes offline. And that's why just calm down doesn't work. It feels impossible, because it is. Most people wait for the storm to pass, wait to think straight again. But that wait, it can cost you. You might say something you regret, or give away your power in silence. Again, here's the better move. Train for the trigger. Just like muscle memory, you don't wait for the moment. You prepare ahead of time, in a safe space, with a therapist, a friend, or on your own. Rehearse the moments that set you off. When someone raises their voice, when you feel ignored, when someone shuts down emotionally. Then name what's happening. Like, I feel my chest tightening. My brain wants to shut down, and respond with a tool. Ground yourself. Name the feeling. Set a boundary, even if it's quiet. The more you practice responding while activated, the easier it becomes to stay steady, even in chaos. You can't always control the trigger, but you can train your brain to respond instead of react. And that's what real self-respect looks like. People respect what's rare: confidence, consistency, and someone who doesn't flinch under pressure. Final section, your move. Now, ask yourself, am I about to react or respond?
Don't come in and literally like make yourself a doormat or like overextend, because the more you overextend, even a good person is gonna be like, oh, that's just how she is. Or that's how he is. They get used to being like that. And people like being catered to. They like feeling like they're above. And so now you create this role dynamic of, I'm subservient and you're here. So you wanna make sure that no matter how excited you are to work with someone or be with someone, that you don't create this disproportionate thing. You wanna keep the seesaw level. It'll go up and down. Everybody assesses everybody. Everybody sizes people up. They do it intuitively. People meet you, they size you up. Oh, he seems like this, she seems like that. She seems like she's gonna be this way. Project what you want them to feel. I'm here, I'm warm, I'm open. I'm happy to be here again. Thank you for having me. Let's talk. But at the same time, you can also think about how you sit, how you carry yourself, your voice, your tone. All these things play alone together.
Reactions are loud. Responses are quiet. But unstoppable. One feels strong, the other is strong. Quick recap. Speak slow. Stay steady. Say less. That's how you become the kind of person who never needs to demand respect, because you already command it. If you connected with this, subscribe. More real tools like this every week. Thanks for watching.